The former owners of the Return to Nature funeral home in Penrose are scheduled to be back in court today on state charges. Jon and Carie Hallford are accused of improperly storing nearly 200 decomposing bodies in their funeral home.
Yeah, they've already accepted a plea deal on federal charges. Now they're being offered deals from the state. 9 News reporter Brianna Clark is joining us now. And Brianna, what do we know about a deal being accepted at all today?
Well, in an email obtained by 9 News Investigates, prosecutors told victims they will be requesting an additional plea date at today's hearing and will extend the state's plea offer until the new court date, which hasn't been announced yet. So back in October, law enforcement found 190 bodies inside the Return to Nature funeral home, bodies that were supposed to be buried or cremated. Both Jon and Carie Hallford have been charged with 190 counts of abuse of a corpse, 5 counts of theft, 4 counts of money laundering, and more than 50 counts of forgery. According to the email, if the two were to accept the plea deal, each would plead guilty to the nearly 200 counts of abuse of a corpse, which is a felony. If they accept the plea deal, Jon would be sentenced to 20 years in prison, while Carie would spend 15 to 20 years. Sheila Canfield-Jones, a victim in this case, tells us she wasn't surprised the two were offered a deal.
I figured they'd offer him a plea bargain, that there would be something, but for it to be so low, that's kind of a slap in the face. These people's families were in this building for up to 4 years. My daughter was there for 4 years, piled on top of somebody else, decaying, and she's only worth 1.25 months worth of jail time for these monsters. I don't get that at all. I don't understand that at all.
In a separate case, the couple is accused of fraudulently obtaining nearly $900,000 in pandemic relief funds from the U.S. government. That hearing is scheduled to begin, that trial rather, is scheduled to begin October 15th. Today's arraignment hearing on the state charges is scheduled for 1:30 p.m. in El Paso County. We will keep you posted on what happens. In the newsroom, Brianna Clark, 9 News.
Yeah, we'll be paying very close attention. Thank you, Brianna.